Capricorn, welcome to your Sunday Shuffle. We're going to start by pulling you an oracle from the Moonology. What's going on, please? Show me Capricorn. Show me Capricorn, show me Capricorn, show me Capricorn. Take what resonates, leave what does not. It is a collective reading, which means it may or may not apply to you. If it doesn't at all, perfectly normal. Check out your other placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. Show me Capricorn, please. Show me Capricorn. Okay. Don't let your past hold you back. Forget that South Node, honey. So if you don't know what your South Node is, or your North Node, for that matter, you should ideally know both. I would use one of those birth chart generators online that are 100% free. I strongly recommend Cafe Astrology. It's great and it's really straightforward. But yeah, discover what your South Node is and whatever those traits and characteristics are of that particular sign, which is nothing wrong with that sign. They just don't work for you. Okay, so for instance, my South Node is Aquarius. There's nothing wrong with Aquarian energy, nothing at all. But for me personally, it doesn't work so well. And that is overthinking and not sharing my thoughts. And I get trapped up in my head. I know that doesn't work. So I shouldn't default to it when I'm confronted with change, challenge, that kind of thing. And it also, the South Node denotes, again, those activities and behaviors of the past we know don't work for us. But sometimes we fall back on it out of habit. So don't get trapped and past behaviors, past thinking, past feeling. That's the old you. Let's stick to the present-oriented you, your more authentic self. So try to abide more by your North Node or your rising when in confrontation of change or challenge. Okay? Let's see what's going on, please. Show me Capricorn. Show me Capricorn, please. Show me Capricorn. Show me Capricorn, please. What's going on for Capricorn? Show me Capricorn. Dead center reading, the star. Okay, that's the heart of the matter. All right. Behind you is justice. Influencing you is change. Before you, Ace of Cups, possibly new love or the fullness of your own particular heart. Future Ace of Pentacles, you got something beautiful laying out for you. I hope you know that. I hope you see it. I hope you appreciate it. So don't let your past hold you back. I want you to greet whatever the heck this is with total enthusiasm because it looks like it's fit for you, made for you, being handed to you, which is rare. Or you've been working your ass off. In which case, I don't want you to reject it. You know, I can see people work towards goals and then last minute when it's time to reap that particular harvest or come to fruition, they're like, nah. And it's because they didn't believe in themselves. But regardless, there's something here that's very, very important to you. And it might have changed and taken shape differently. Nevertheless, you are being afforded an opportunity here, and it's beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Show me that star, please. Wishes, wants, hopes, dreams, desires, all that good stuff. Much more difficult than the sun, but can be that much more worthy. Show me the star, please. Show me the star. Show me the star. Show me that star, please. Nine of Swords, the Six of Swords, death. You must part ways with something that does hold you back. Yes, indeed. You have to be willing to let it go. A mental barrier, most likely. Some sort of mental barrier that no longer suits you or serves you, and it keeps you from holding back from your vision. It holds you back from your vision. You have to do away with it. Eight of Swords. Active blindness. I can't see, I can't see, I can't see. Or I won't know, or I don't know, or I refuse to know, or I won't acknowledge it. Take your pick. Procrastination. All of it. I can't see a way forward that's easy or convenient, so I'm going to put it off. That's got to die. And you've outgrown that thinking anyway. Six of Swords. It's time you moved on from it. It's the idea is the only thing that's holding me back between me and my desires is me. I say that's a very strong assessment and also a correct one. I wish people understood that. Yeah, death. Are you ready to transform? Are you ready to believe in yourself in order to acquire that which you desire the most? Are you ready to change your thinking and how you perceive yourself and the attachment to your desires? That it's achievable. Whatever that star is to you. To move on, to do something new, to feel inspired, to find a new path, whatever it is. Will you allow yourself to see that it's attainable? That's possible. Okay. Oh, now I got my interest. Out with the old and with the new, but we have to allow the new to come forward, particularly our transformed self, particularly your transformed thinking. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Show me what's going on. Justice, sense of balance behind you in the past. What about it? Show me this justice, please. You are Five of Wands, Temperance, Devil. In the past, you had a very serious dedication of energy to try to balance something that wouldn't, and you knew you probably weren't supposed to, but you kept at it. It was, I can balance it, I can balance it, I can justify this. Whatever it was, you did your damnedest to justify a situation that probably couldn't be justified, balanced, or be made coherent. Okay. It didn't make sense. But you're like, no, it's not a devil thing. It's not a devil thing. It's not an obsession thing. I'm not trying to force anything to balance. I just know that it will. Period. I'm not forcing anything to balance. I just know it's gonna. If I keep trying to force it to balance, it eventually will. But I'm not obsessed about it. By trying to force the balance, you actually created imbalance. And that's how balance works. Things with justice would not show up unless something was either A, balanced, perfect, or it's imbalanced. And when we try to force a balance that will not, and we have plenty of evidence that it's not working, then it becomes a devilish thing if we keep doing it. Some of you got caught up in a situation, places, things, circumstances where you knew they weren't balanced. It was a waste of your energy, but you kept doing it. You're trying to force a balance and pretending that you weren't forcing it. You just like, oh no, I know it will. I know it will. Totally. Totes. It will totally balance out if I keep working at it. Something will either balance and harmonize in time if you can't make it, or it won't and you got to let it go. And you had a hard time with that. You gave. It just needs more patience, Christina. It just needs more time, and it will balance. And it was impossible, and it became obsessive, frustrating, angry. And this is what happens when we work against ourselves instead of for ourselves. You kept trying to correct something or justify a behavior, activity, an indulgence, an energy, effort, time spent on something. It's like it's gonna work out. God damn it. I knew it will, and you knew it wouldn't, but we didn't want to hear that. Hopefully that's in the past and it's behind you, and it's part of the modality of understanding what you really should be aiming yourself at. That means relinquishing all that old mentality and baggage that doesn't work. Right? That blindness, that willful blindness. This is going to work out. This is going to work out. I'm going to make it work. Why did I let that go? Because it don't work. By forcing a balance, you create imbalance. When you interfere at that level, you just create more imbalance and more karma. Okay? And karma is not necessarily bad. Don't let that word scare you. Ooh, karma, she said karma. No, karma comes in a good form too. It's just when you take it to a bad place, you get those negative results, you know? Let's see that Wheel of Fortune. Time has passed, hopefully in your favor. Show me that Wheel of Fortune, show me that Wheel of Fortune, show me that Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, don't let those past behaviors, thinking, old operation methods hold you back, honey. You know they don't work. And because you have such a strong working knowledge that it doesn't work, you know not to do it again, right? Wheel of Fortune, 4 swords, resting, Ace of Swords, on the truth, 3 of Wands, looking to a new future. Very good, bravo, excellent. That's with you, and it's been with you for some time. This is not an overnight price list. When you see the Wheel of Fortune, do not think yesterday, and do not think tomorrow. It's somewhere in between, or after, or way before. But it's never within the first 48 hours, I'll tell you that. That's a process. So the Wheel of Fortune has been turning in your favor in that respect of you taking some necessary time out to learn these things, but it was a process with the 3 of Wands. And it got you thinking, it got you hoping and looking out on the horizon and longing for a different direction, one that actually works and you don't have to try to force it. It just happens because it's correct or it's right. That's proper balance. We're coming to terms with this, and you have been for some time preceding this, and you will continue to take that lesson with you. But are you done transforming the lesson? So you can navigate to a star that's proper for you, because it's already calling you. You can feel it, right? That's why you're out there on that horizon. It's like, if I stop forcing things to fit that don't want to fit, and I leave that alone, and I can actually hear myself now, my thoughts become clearer. Do I actually hear something else calling me? Will I allow myself to believe it? Something that actually is right and I don't have to force its hand. It just happens. Or it's meant for me. Okay, let's take a look. Let's see the Ace of Cups. Let's see the Ace of Cups. Let's see that Ace of Cups, please. Some of you, this lesson represents life and how you approach goals in the general sense. For others of you, it has to do with work. For others of you, it has to do with love. Take your pick. As far as I can tell, it's open-ended. It's an open-ended resonation. It's not very specific like it was with Virgos. Ace of Cups, please. The Ten of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups. That's better. Knight of Pentacles. Yes! That's better. Okay. Very good. You are opening your heart towards something that actually feels right, and it took you a minute to get there. That's the effect of real time having passed. You're getting there. Something's unfolding for you relatively soon. I'm not saying you're having it insta life, right? Oh, Ten of Pentacles. Oh my God, where'd that come from? Oh, Nine of Cups. Where'd that come from? Oh my God, my self-esteem is so perfect. No, that took time. But that time is catching up to you now. I told you that Wheel of Fortune's now spinning in your favor because you've rested on these subjects, and now it's flowing to you in the correct direction. Thank fuck. It's flowing to you in the correct direction now. Stop forcing a balance that won't. That could be love, guys. That could be work. That could be life. Goals. Okay? And then you saw the results that you got from that, which was a whole bunch of nada. Reflecting upon it. Things have a natural balance. They should have a natural fit. Yes. You've been heading that direction for some time, but with assumed lessons learned. And learning it, and learning it, and learning it, and thinking about it, and allowing things to fall into place instead of trying to force it. Big difference, right? And then look where you're going to find yourself, although you can't see it yet. It just started. It just started. It just started. Or it's about to. I'm not doing time checks today. Sorry. The Ace of Cups, in your current energy, look where you find yourself when you stop forcing it and you allow yourself to find yourself in it. Big difference, right? You're finding yourself in something that pleases you and is developing as we speak, and it has foundation qualities attached to it. In other words, longevity, stability. And it personally speaks to you in real wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups is like a lesser representation of the star. This is real wish fulfillment at the personal level. Satisfaction. It took you a minute to get here. But you go with the flow, not against it. And look at where you're going to find yourself. I am taking a stab in the dark here. It's coming under the guise of new love. Ace of Cups. And that's with you having stopped forcing this activity, having time passed and resting on these subjects, learning to go with the flow, trust your instincts, and what's being presented to you as correct. Okay? And look where you're going to find yourself. It's like, what the hell is... I'm in a foundation and stuff? Like, what? Is this love? Is this love? What? I stopped trying to force things to happen. I stopped trying to forcing relationships to love me or build the life around me. I just allowed myself to... What? How did I end up here? This is what I wanted. Oh, God. How did that even happen? Yeah, I know. I know. Doing that old trick. Everybody falls for that trick eventually at some point in their life. If I just give it more time, it'll eventually get it to where I need it to be. And it didn't. And that's how you know it's wrong. And that's how you know you're trying to force a balance. And then this doesn't feel forced at all. You just almost literally find yourself in it. And if you've ever been in a situation where you just found yourself in it, but it feels good, that's when you went with the flow. It's a very distinct feeling. All right. Apparently that's not all, because you've got an Ace of Pentacles in the future. This is unfolding now, but it's taken a minute. But you seem to be connecting with something that says new love and the possibility of longevity. Just go with that flow, honey. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. 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 You're working through some stuff. Ace of Pentacles. Five of Swords. The Fool. Eight of Pentacles. Okay. You're starting to understand self-sabotaging tendencies in that respect of, I thought I was being open, but I wasn't. I was being foolish, but not necessarily the fool. In that respect, it's reflection. We are starting to understand with better gravity about what real opportunities are, instead of ones that we keep telling ourselves are opportunities for us, but no, they're not. There's a difference between being the fool and being foolish. Okay, and this activity back here was foolish. Enough time will pass and eventually even out and pay me out and give me what I'm supposed to have. That was foolish. And then the fool who has no agenda says, I'm just open. I'm just open to trying. There might be negative consequences, but I gotta be me, man. I gotta be me. And we started to understand now the difference between really being open to proper risk and having that kind of new beginning mentality versus something we were trying to force and saying we're open to it. It's not open when you're trying to force it, right? And Eight of Pentacles, now we have real viable work being put into this opportunity. I'm seeing a continuation of the things that you have begun right now on your timeline or will relatively soon. And it does involve new love, possibly new work opportunities, or a combination of those two things. They are being hammered out now, soon, or as we speak. But now we have a really sharp difference between what constitutes real activity and a very strong reflection about what was foolish activity. And I see you with a more dedicated process of putting the real into the real and leaving the fake behind. Okay. Really strong, constructive effort. And I don't know who's in there floating around with you that's got your attention. It's got you going like, this is just falling into place. What the hell? I don't know who that is, but they'll be popping up soon. The way you're responding is quite nice. And like I said, with the flow. Yeah? I'm like, what the hell is this? When did all this shit happen? Well, because you relaxed and you went with it. You know? Okay. Autumn. Guess what time it is? I said it was happening now or relatively soon. That will be your particular time of harvest for lessons learned and making sure that you transformed and left behind that old thinking and understood what you should be gravitating towards, trusting the star. Okay? Okay, anything else here, please? Yeah, that's toxicity-bound pattern. Some of you really have, and this isn't, I don't think this is a one-time incident. I think that you guys, some of you have a pattern, yes, of trying to force a situation or circumstance to unfold in a certain way, and it won't, because it wasn't supposed to. But you're like, I'll make it fit, I'll make it balance, Christina. And nothing about that felt right or natural. Okay, I think that's good. Anything else? Okay, there's that push and pull energy. It will give back to me if I keep pushing on it. That's the old crap. What did we talk about? What was in your opening? Those are the old patterns of the Capricorn I'm looking at. They held you back, not anymore. You have consciously gone out of your way to transform and move on from that blindness. Okay? So that way you know what you are being called to, and you're being called to quite a bit. I hope you hear it. I do hope you hear it. It seems to be upon you now. All right, Capricorn honey, hope this helped you. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well.